Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm in the Wisconsin Dells. I'm going to go for a ride on the original Wisconsin Dells duck tour. Please share, like, and subscribe. Those little things help the channel, help us grow. Yeah, we're gonna go for a ride on one of these babies, one of the Wisconsin Dells ducks, World War II duck. Here comes one driving up now. Going on a tour. Land and water. See the prop back there. There's a better view of it underneath. Differential and it's the prop. Pretty cool. Yeah, that white and blue one was a shuttle to take passengers back to where they're picked up at. So these green and white ones are the ones you actually go on the tour on. Here comes another one. This is where you board and get off. Yeah, this one is a shuttle, the white and blue one. A new exhaust on it too, look at that. Gasoline one. All right, let's get on and go for the ride. Well, we're on the boarding area. Here comes one pulling in. Alright, we're in. Got a life vest up there.
Don't be talking about things.
It's an ugly baby.
There's the driver. Mount Olympus across the street.
Okay, come sit by me.
Alright, how'd you guys like the tour?
Good.
Wonderful.
You got beer?
Just before we get going, I just need to get through a couple of rules and regulations for you. First, if you guys could just refrain from smoking for the next 50-60 minutes, that'd be greatly appreciated. Second, with these nice life jackets that we've got, in our 79 years of business here at the Ducks, we've never had to use them. I don't plan on it today, guys. But just in case, pretty easy. Just unstrap the black strap in front there, put your head through that big hole, wrap the black strap all the way around your body, strap right back up. You'll be all set for a float down the Wisconsin River. They're located right above your head there, 23 adult vests. The child vests are located right here. Also, if you guys could just remain seated throughout today's entire tour, and also just try and keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times while we're on the land. We get pretty close to rocks and trees. We just don't want any accidents. And then could anyone point out the emergency exits for me? Yep, don't think too hard, you got it. Front, back, side, up top there. Just so you guys can jump.
Or out the window.
And then is this anyone's first duck tour? First time? Alright, no. Mine too.
out front with William. William got Flath.
Do some Bo and Luke Duke stuff with a duck.
And William doesn't want to ever go on one again.
Go carts.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome aboard the amphibious duck Luzon. My name is Peyton, and I will be your tour guide for the next 8.5-mile journey, half on land and half on water. Now, if you guys do have any questions for me throughout today's tour, just feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to respond. But if I don't know the answer, I'm just gonna make something up. Alright folks, we've now reached our first point of interest on today's tour. If you guys look off either side of the duck, you'll notice these hand carved granite statues. These granite statues once sat atop the Chicago Board of Trade building until 1932, when it was redecorated by a stick of dynamite. They were then brought back here by Miss Helen Robb to decorate her hometown manor. I will be talking about Miss Helen Robb later on in today's tour, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, just a couple of quick facts about this big green machine. She was built in 1942 in Pontiac, Michigan for World War II. She's 8 feet 2 inches wide, 9 feet tall, 32 feet long, and weighs a slim and slender 7.5 tons. Now, this thing can go 5 to 6 knots on water and up to 40 miles per hour on land. Now, if you guys do happen to fall out on today's tour, just make sure you grab that person next to you, because I don't stop for just one.
Oh, there's a deer. You gotta go.
Now, if you guys do happen to see any wildlife on today's tour, just make sure to point out for me so we can all stop and get a good look. There's just some wildlife on our left there. A little baby stop sign. Alright folks, we're now about to enter the very dangerous S-turns. So if you guys could do me a favor, reach under your seat and grab those red safety belts. We have now just entered Ferndale. Now, Ferndale is home to a wide variety of ferns, including the red fern, the blue fern, the green fern, a pink fern, a pink fern, a pink fern, fern, the striped fern, polka dot fern, the Phineas fern. And that rare batch onto our left, the invisible fern. But you guys may also notice a slight drop of temperature down here. That is for 2 reasons. One, the trees up above you act as a canopy, blocking out any sunlight, and the rocks on either side of you take in a lot of moisture, making this place like a natural air conditioner. Ferndale is actually 10 to 15 degrees cooler than any place in Wisconsin Dells. folks. The Pacific Ocean.
There we go, in the water.
Alright, now I have just disengaged my wheels. So if you guys look on either side of the dock, you will see them slowly sinking to the bottom. But just like that, we are now afloat the Wisconsin River. The Wisconsin River is actually one of the hardest working rivers in the world. And over the 430-mile stretch, there are 27 hydroelectric dams, including one right here in Wisconsin Dells.
Tours.
We're now coming up on our first rock formation of the day. It's called Pulpits Rock. It's a mushroom-shaped rock up there on the left shoreline. Now there is a story that goes behind Pulpits Rock, and it goes like this. There was once a traveling preacher that could travel the United States, preaching to a lot of different people. And one weekend, he stopped right here in the Wisconsin Dells area and sat on top of that rock and preached to all the Native Americans who sat on their canoes in the Wisconsin River. And one day, all the Native Americans started to fall asleep on him. So he decided to spice things up a bit. So he went into town and bought a baby grand piano to play for them. But that night a huge thunderstorm rolled through the area. A bolt of lightning came down and struck the rock, cutting completely in half. And a big boom of thunder actually shook that baby grand piano right off the other side of the rock. We're still laser today. Its right leg lying on the rock, and the keys facing the heavens. Question that I get about the river is why it has this brown and mucky color to it. Well, that's because in northern Wisconsin, the river flows through the tamarack swamps. And the tamarack swamps give off something called tannic acid, which gives it this color. Tannic acid is actually very harmless though, and found in your everyday drinks like Coke, Pepsi, iced tea, coffee, and my personal favorite, that bottle of Jack Daniels I polished off right before today's tour. Second and most famous rock formation of the day. It's called Hawks Peak. To find Hawks Peak, just follow this shoreline all the way down to that corner. Then look about 40 feet up in the air. Now if you guys could use your imagination a little bit, the top of the rock there could be the Hawks upper peak. That part of the rock in the middle that sticks out could be the Hawks tongue. That part of the rock that hooks up could be the Hawks lower beak. But if you guys stretch your imagination even further, that slit in the rock there could be the Hawk's Eye. And that part of the rock coming towards us could be the Hawk's upper shoulder and wing as it soars across the Wisconsin River. Hawk's Peak was actually featured in Lifetime magazine in 1967. Received several straight days of rain, causing Lake Delton to rise 51.5 inches, eventually causing it to flood over that highway, destroying the entire thing. And in just under 2 hours, the entire 267-acre lake was drained into the Wisconsin River, taking all the fish and trees that used to be there, and 5 vacation homes with it. And if you guys take a look onto your left, where the grass meets the sand there, that'll give you an idea of just how high the water was that day. It's called the Lake Delton Breach. We're now making our way to Dow Creek. Well, Dow Creek does have a very long history of getting unstuck and make it a little bumpy to your left is the W.J. Newman Dam, which was built in 1927 to make artificial Lake Delton. Now back in 2008, when the lake flooded over, this dam did actually not break, but after that received over $1.5 million worth of upgrades to make sure it'd be able to hold back that much water if something like that ever happened again. How would you guys like to go into Lake Delton today? Fast or slow? Fast. All right, you got it. Here we go. Everybody hold on tight.
It's cool.
That's the part William.
Like where we're going to come up on land again.
This bay in the lake here is exactly where the lake flooded into the Wisconsin River. So if you guys could imagine all the trees that used to be there. And those benches over there, that's where the 5 vacation homes were. They got washed away. Now it took the city of Lake Delton over 3 months and $3.6 million to restore this area of all the rushing water. I got very lucky. I missed my house off to the left. just entered Dallas Scenic Park. Now, Dallas Scenic Park is home to a wide variety of wildlife, including the white-tailed deer, the fox, the squirrel, the raccoon, the badger, the beaver, the gopher, penguins, rhinos, hippos, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! But if you guys do happen to see any lions or bears on today's tour, just make sure to let me know so I try to swerve and hit them. Now you might be wondering why I would do such a horrible thing. Well, that's because here at the original Wisconsin Ducks, we're all die-hard Green Bay Packer fans. So for myself, I'm a Vikings fan, but you still get the joke. Alright, do we have any roller coaster fans on board? Here comes roller coaster hell.
How did you know?
Alright folks, we have now reached last look point. Now last look point gets its name for two reasons. One, this is the last good look you guys will be getting at the Wisconsin River. And two, we're sitting atop Suicide Hill. But if you guys are scared of Suicide Hill like I am, just close your eyes. Now, if you guys take a look off to your right, you will notice why Suicide Hill gets its name of that 50-foot drop-off. But here at the original Wisconsin Ducks, we're all about your safety, so we installed that steel mesh barricade. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, don't be silly, Peyton, that's just chicken wire. But hang down at the hardware store assured me an old bag of chicken. They certainly hold back a duck. And on to your left is the beautiful Lake of the Dells. Now, the Lake of the Dells only has one main purpose for the area. That is to breed the Wisconsin State Summer Bird. The mosquito. We have now just entered the Lowland Trail. Now, I've been told that the Lowland Trail is one of the most beautiful parts of today's tour. So, to you guys of favor, I'm gonna shut the mic on and let nature do the talking. Making our way into Redbird Gorge. As I mentioned earlier on today's tour, the dock is only 8 feet 2 inches wide. And the most narrow part of Redbird Gorge is 8 feet 6 inches wide, giving me just 4 inches of room to work with. So if you guys do happen to notice any green paint on today's rocks, you just ignore it. Wasn't me. We have now just entered the Helen Robb Tree Plantation. Now, a forest fire in the early 1900s swept through this area, destroying all vegetation. But the generous and nature lover that Miss Helen Robb was, she decided to come back and plant all of these trees in the most natural way possible. Perfectly straight rows. Now, just a few reminders for you guys as we come to the conclusion of today's tour. When we get back to the dock, I'm going to get the dock parked. I'll make my way all the way to the back, and then you guys can start exiting. I'll also be standing on the back of the dock collecting any tips or gratuity you guys believe I earned on today's tour, as well as answering any questions you may have thought of in our time here together. Now, I just got a few more things to show you guys, so we'll be back in just a few moments for you. And I thank you guys for coming out to ride the original Wisconsin Ducks. Now, if you guys take a look out to your right, you will notice a series of 4 tin sheds. Well, that is where our ducks hibernate all winter, so they can party all summer long. The tan one back there, that is where we house 7 year-round mechanics that like to work on these bad boys. Let's call them our quack doctors. But just like all good doctors, they can't save them all. And on our left is our duck graveyard.
There's the graveyard, yeah.
On behalf of the original Wisconsin Ducks and myself, I thank you guys again for coming out to ride my tour today. And please enjoy your stay here in the beautiful Wisconsin Dells area.
Well, that concludes our video, folks. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. Those things help the channel out and help us grow. Until next time, so long, everybody.